Hello everybody, April 18th. Hope everybody's doing well. Back to beautiful weather here. Hope everybody up north, elsewhere is warming up in a long, late winter in a lot of places. I'm going to finish up these last messages from journal number 2. And I've been instructed today to start going over the newer messages as I post them. So I'll post them, and at the end of that message post, this is the rhyme messages, I will do a video reading through it and explaining it, or my interpretation of my meaning that's given to me. Again, these links I post, they won't open up for me in my blog because I'm loading them from. I load them onto YouTube, then copy them to Facebook, and then I copy the link to my blog. So they may open up for you, as I said before, when you go into the website, because it's different for you. Or, as I said, you may have to copy it, and paste it to YouTube. Open up YouTube, copy it and paste it, and then open it that way to view them. And I hope that you do. I mean, it's again, nothing's required, nothing's forced. It's always free will choice. Okay, this is number. Then I also want to share, not this video, but I'll do a separate one, I think. More of conversation, 6 pages conversation, more with Eduardo. And none of the other ones have spoken, but he had some questions and he wanted to talk about some things. So I'll share that with you as well. This has been number 228 from May 19th, 2011. Speculative insights into the hearts of men. Here we put to paper and pen, mesmerizingly beautiful once deep inside, source of which all seek to hide. Why the fear of who they are? What they seek is not from afar. Just open the heart and nothing invades. What lies within, darkness evades. We are not here to lead men astray. We are here for the final day. Then all will change in unimaginable ways. Evil shall perish, all goodness stays. Things happen faster each passing hour. Blossoming new world shall emerge, eternal flower. Fear not all that lies ahead, living joined by all who lie dead. Death was defeated, banished long ago. Spirits flow whither you go. Nothing can stop the power of God. Armies massing, waiting his nod. To cleanse the earth of all that infects, powers of darkness no one detects. Trust me in this, much roams unseen. Be on your guard for lies between. Heaven and earth separated by mist, where good and evil both exist. Ethereal in nature open to all, but eternal light lies beyond the pall. This too shall be cleansed of all the taint, never again permeated with devilish complaint. Be at peace, your need fast approaches, no need to worry of that which encroaches. End is near, all in good time, continue to follow the rhythm and rhyme. So, again, this from being given to me angelically, probably. Try to go over to him. I get the pages to turn. Speculative insights into the hearts of men. Means they're looking and discerning what's in our hearts. And on here, we put paper and pen. They're putting it onto the page through me. Mesmerizingly beautiful once deep inside. See, once they get inside our deepest, our truth, they see our inner beauty. It's the source of which all seek to hide. We seek to hide it. His source, the source, as some call it, is God's light in us. We all seek to hide it. Not intentionally, but we build those walls around us, those walls of Jericho. Why the fear of who they are, they're asking. Why do we fear our true selves? What they see is not from afar, from close up, inside of us. Just open the heart and nothing invades, unless you allow it to stay. What lies within, darkness evades. Light repels the darkness. Another reason why darkness wants to hang on to things is we build those walls around it, which blocks the light, so it can get through our outer defenses, and then our next ring of defenses, and control us, because we're blocking the very thing that protects us from it, our inner light, by having those walls. So another reason to let go of those things that you hide inside, you hang on to inside, those walls and those doors and those barricades and the prison you build to protect yourselves, it's blocking the light from flowing out, which is repelling the darkness. So you're making it more vulnerable to attack. It's just a domino effect from that point on. So ask Jesus, help me, Lord, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus, help me, Jesus. Get rid of those, destroy those walls and those doors, so that light, that inner light that comes directly from heaven through us, through that peace of God that's inside us, outward, drives the darkness away. So that's another reason you want to get rid of that barrier inside. And another saying, we are not here to lead men astray. We are here for the final day. Then all will change in unimaginable ways. Evil shall perish, all goodness will stay. Things happen faster each passing hour, blossoming new world shall emerge eternal flower. Fear not all that lies ahead, then fear is dark, the devil wants you to fear. Living joined by all who lie dead, and they were risen around this time. Death was defeated, banished long ago when he went to the pit after he was crucified. Spirits flow whither you go. They're all around us. Nothing can stop the power of God. Armies massing, waiting his nod. At this point, they're just waiting to be set loose. To cleanse the earth of all that infects, powers of darkness that no one detects. Trust me in this. Much roams unseen. Be on your guard for lies between heaven and earth, separated by mist. The mist where good and evil both exist. So be on your guard for what's unseen, that lies between what's seen and unseen, between heaven and earth. Ethereal in nature, spiritual, open to all, but eternal light lies beyond the pall, beyond that barrier. This too shall be cleansed of all the taint. It said when it started sending spirits to light, the mist was being cleansed out. It was closed. No new souls would enter it that pass this world. They either go to light, they're ready, or they go to judgment line. These ones that are caught in the mist, that's being cleansed. That's why they're being guided to these various gateways. There are thousands of them. This mist never again permeated with devilish complaint. It will be cleansed. Be at peace. Your need fast approaches, speaking to me. No need to worry of that. Well, that just goes for me, so I'm not going to go into that. Last few lines. Now, number 229. This is from 5/24, 2011. Spectacular ambience of encircling beams, of light and sound descending in streams, of glorious significance, unable to look askance. Angels amass at heaven's gate, no one knowing mankind's date. Destiny chosen by God alone, his heavenly light shall be shown, meticulously detailed to every being, too many worshipping without seeing. Distant thunder shakes the ground, armies of spirit gather around, more and more each passing day, infinite number on the way. Nothing can stop what lies ahead, living shall join the rising dead. Encapsulated within bubbles of time, carrying forth according to the rhyme, no tears for fear of the end, all that is written does not portend. The truth shall be revealed to all who see what was and soon shall be. No more pain and endless wandering, no more prayers and senseless pondering. The day shall come upon you all, darkness shall no longer seek to enthrall. Perfect splendor of meteoric speed, sent forth to fulfill his need. Infinite magnitude blinds all evil, vanishing forever in violent upheaval. Desperate attempts shall go unheeded. What lies within is all that is needed. More to come in days ahead to show you where you shall be led. Reread that. A spectacular ambience of encircling beams. It's magnificent, gorgeous. Sense, feeling, flow of encircling beams of light and sound, descending in streams of glorious significance, importance. Unable to look askance, I'm mesmerized. And I've seen these beams coming down when I lived in Vegas from the clouds into the mountains. Angels amass at heaven's gate, no one knowing mankind's date. Only God knows. Destiny chosen by God alone, his heavenly light shall be shown, meticulously detailed to every being. So his light will shine upon each individual because we're all different. So that confirms that how we experience God is unique to each of us. How we see God, perceive God is unique to each of us. When we cross over into light, we may perceive him in different ways. Now, once we're totally purified and enter into heaven, we may all see him in the same manner. That I'm not sure of. But at least right now, in our present form, what we see from him is meticulously detailed, is designed specifically for each of us. And how we perceive him and receive him is unique to each of us. So all this arguing back and forth, that's just the devil trying to get us. And I fall prey to that sometimes too. But none of us is going to see him the same, or experience him the same, because we don't receive him the same. Everything he teaches us, these words he's given to me, how you receive them and hear them in your heart is unique to you. Too many worshiping without seeing. Distant thunder shakes the ground, armies of spirits gather around. More and more each passing day, an infinite number on the way. This is 7 years ago. Nothing can stop what lies ahead, and living shall join the rising dead, which was going on at that time, encapsulated within bubbles of time, carrying forth according to the rhyme. No tears for fear of the end. So this is interesting. The living shall join the rising dead, then encapsulated within bubbles of time. So these dead that were rising, being awoken, they're encapsulated within bubbles of time, maybe specific to their time period. Whether they were like in an actual bubble, I don't know. It's just these messages can be very metaphorical. Carrying it forth according to the rhyme at the proper time. No tears for fear of the end. Don't be afraid. Don't cry about what's coming. All that is written does not pretend. It's not the truth. Does not tell correctly about what's going to happen. The truth shall be revealed to all who see what was and soon shall be. No more pain and endless wandering. No more prayers and senseless pondering. Because we'll know it all, the truth. The day shall come upon you all, a thief in the night. Darkness shall no longer seek to enthrall. It'll be banished. Perfect splendor of meteoric speed. It's a perfection, God's perfection, all that God is, coming at a meteoric speed to us, sent forth to fulfill his need. Infinite magnitude blinds all evil. And that light blinds all evil. His infinite light, vanishing forever in violent upheaval. That's coming. The darkness is not going to let go easily. And just times I've been healed when it didn't let go of me, and it's like I've been shaken like a rag doll. So it's like the earth's going to be shaken like a rag doll because light, God's might, is going to be trying to pull it, free us of it, and it won't let it go. It's like a predator hanging on by its teeth to its prey, and we're trying to free the prey. There's a tug of war going on. Desperate attempts shall go unheeded. What lies within is all that is needed. Inside you, it's all that's needed to believe. More to come in days ahead to show you where you shall be led, and that's for me. So, end of journal number 2. So I guess he wants me to go over the newer ones as I post them. So I guess we help narrow down on both ends of the older and the new messages to narrow the gap down in the time I have left. I will read now. This will be the message. Start with the second to last I posted. This is from April 12th, 2018. Was the date of the message. I think I posted it on the 15th. Go forth into each day. Let nothing stand in your way. Simple. As you perform, it's kind of speaking, it can speak to you. Again, these things, even the parts that speak to me specifically, it can have meaning to you, as I've said before. As you perform each task I give, that means me and for you, helping others who refuse to live. I mean, refuse, not suicidal people, but people who refuse to live. By the will of God, put forth to each, again, meticulously detailed for each person. Through your gifts, my words do teach. Now that's for me and for others. Through your gifts, my gift of receiving and sharing, his words do teach. What once shall be again, not for a time of upheaval when, which is always mentioned in that previous one, old one I read, what's coming, the upheaval. What was once shall be again, not for a time of upheaval when, so after that. When all corruption upon this earth, each shall be judged by their worth. The truth of soul, seen by me, again he's saying, we're judged by the truth of our soul, which he knows, not by our words and our deeds, which can come in effect, but final judgment of us, for those who are judged, and we're all judged different ways. Some of the judgment lines, these ones that go to the light, that help get to light from the mist, they've done their atonement just in their suffering there, and they're being basically judged, redeemed, saved, cleansed, renewed in the light. Boom, boom, boom. One all at once, or immediately one after the other. So, but each is judged by their true worth. The truth of soul seen by me came to men. He said it came to men to set all free. So he came to men to set us all free. Now he's speaking to those specific people. He says, to you who say, I believe, think yourselves safe? Only deceive thyselves by thinking of rapture. Like that he's going to appear and we're all going to be taken up in glorious rapture. Well, it could be on an individual basis when each person makes it into the light, goes directly to the light. But this idea that's all at once and all the bad suddenly going to be gone. And no. This is darkness's tool for souls to capture. So it's a deception by darkness. So he can fool you. Remember, he's father of lies, the great deceptor. Seek the truth in thy hearts, where God dwells. Trust in words each rhyme imparts, and you'll know what's true. It'll speak to you. Veil I removed. No need to speak. Remember that veil in the Holy of Holies after he died, the moment he died, it was torn in the temple. Veil I removed. No need to speak to those who serve man, not at all meek. Again, he took the middleman out. You don't need to speak to priests or pastors or anything like that. I mean, you can, but there's no need to it. He took out the middleman. They're not at all meek. They're not at all meek. He's telling you, they're not meek. They're not humble and meek. It's about them. To me and my Father, not at all meek, to me and my Father, whom you should say what troubles your heart each single day. He's telling you, speak to him and Father yourself directly each single day. I don't know why I'm looking down here instead of the camera. So along thy path I set you upon, you shall slowly become one with the Father, God of all heaven, and move further away from the fallen seven. To this day I see fewer of truth. Nothing has changed since mankind's youth. My guides I sent through time and space, me and some countless others, are now being called home from a human race. Began upon the moon's reddish hue, the last blood red moon, which he said before, and I shared that each of the next blood red moons is like another wave of his servants. The physical world will be taken up. And not all at once, but individual. All of which occurs out of thy view, since we can't see it. To see the truth of what all occurs, look within, for the world only blurs. Thy spiritual sight, which reveals all truth that lies behind the veil of Ruth. So we're focused on these things of the physical world and life itself. We're not focused on him. We're looking the wrong way instead of looking inside of ourselves. And get rid of those walls and the stuff that blinds us. Then our spiritual sight and hearing come into play. And then we reveals the truth that lies behind the veil of Ruth. We begin to learn his truth. Cosmic events begin to align, changing all things from water to wine. What this means, those who discern can teach to all who seek to learn. There's this cosmic, it's talking about, looks at these signs in heaven, signs in the skies, it's talking about that cosmic events that begin to align. Changing all things from water to wine. Again, the changing of water to wine, that's purification, changing us from our physical to our spiritual. Impurity. But to do that, as it says in the Bible, we must be made into fresh wine sacks. If anybody puts new wine in an old wine sack, it'll burst. It tells us that in the Bible. So he's going to make us, transform us into a new, fresh wine sack. What this means, those who discern can teach to all who seek to learn. Much shall occur in the days, years ahead, as more and more of the walking dead, which are those who are deaf, dumb, and blind to him, as more and more of the walking dead, and then also to those who have been released from hell, as the gates were opened at this last blood red moon. So they're filling the earth too. They fill the earth, creating more chaos, more to come of suffering and loss. Darkness raises its ugly head as more and more children are led into a sense of false security due to the lack of spiritual maturity. You see this all the time. These evangelists and others who say they're speaking with God and this nice, calm, soothing voices, tell you what you want to hear, and give you this false sense of security that believe them, follow them. Until you get up to the edge of the pit, the chasm, and then suddenly, hey, I lied. Boom, too late. They push you in. That's what's going to happen to these people. You got, and I don't want to tell you believe me. I've told you before. Talk to God directly. So then and ask for discernment so you will know what I am telling you, what anybody else is telling you, whatever you read and hear, what's truth and what's not. Don't trust on anybody but him. I'm here to help you, and I'm sharing this truth. I don't make these words up. They come through me. You believe them or not, it's up to you. But I do know this, that everybody who hears these words and reads these words are being sown, because these are seeds. You're being sown. And you'll be a fair fruit, and everyone who hears these words and reads these messages, it's going to be saved. Does that mean you're going to be taken up in a rapture, or you will suffer to some degree? Yeah, that all depends on your level of faith. You want to get to the point where you have absolute certainty. And then I said, forgive and let go and repent. And time is now. Don't wait. Don't procrastinate. Again, I get nothing from all this. I don't get paid for all this. I gave up everything. It's about him, not about me. I'm not here to make money. I'm not here to get rich, famous. No, not at all. I don't want that. Guardians of Stone. Now, this I wasn't sure of. Pretty much all I understand, but this I'm not positive of. Guardians of Stone come to life, gathering pillars like Lot's wife. Unseen to eyes of human flesh, upon the earth begin to thresh. Now, I want to say something that was asleep, or guardians of stone. I'm just not positive what that means. Some of them, some heavenly beings from the past or something. They're gathering pillars of, like Lot's wife, who was a pillar of stone, which is like so many of us, ones in the mist, and so many of us in the physical world who focused on the past, can't let go of the past and things inside, so they literally become a pillar of stone, unable to move forward. They're rooted in place. So they're gathering these pillars like Lot's wife became. They're unseen to eyes of human flesh. Upon the earth they begin to thresh. Again, the threshing floor. This earth is the threshing floor. Harvesting the crop, threshing the wheat. And this may say who they are. Giants before was a separate thing to talk about. I'm not sure. Giants before, who walked the land, battled demons sent by his hand. And there's allusion to giants early on in the Bible as well. In some books not in the Bible. Battled demons sent by his hand, his being the devil, who seeks to claim all that he can. Little he knows it's part of the plan. Reaping the harvest planted long ago. For he, the devil, fell from grace before he did know all there is to know. Only God to reveal all that was planned, long before the earth had been manned. Truth of all in due time, at the end of the last rhyme. So, hopefully that may have helped you when you read it, if you want to go through and reread it. Or when I do these things, read along with me. I mean, you don't have to necessarily watch the video, but listen to it while you read along. And it'll probably be the best way to do it. And so I will start doing that. I'm not going to attach this video since I already posted that the message. In the next one I read, I'm not going to attach them to that specific posting. These will be in a separate posting. And then the new ones I post, I will attach a video to before I actually post it. So hopefully that helped. That's all I have on this video. I'm going to do another one sharing Eduardo's conversation. And the last message that I posted yesterday on the 17th. So with that, bless everybody. Peace of Christ. God bless.